your rise to national prominence started on the afternoon of this raid. You called it then. Now that you've seen these documents, your thoughts?
There's no question that President Biden orchestrated this raid on President Trump to go get those declassified Crossfire Hurricane presidential records that are so damning to Obama, to Biden, to Hillary, to the AG, to the FBI director, James Comey, to the CIA, to the DNI. They made up the Russian collusion hoax in 2016 because Hillary Clinton had her illegal home server as Secretary of State that not only had our nation's most classified secrets, it had the evidence of the Clinton Foundation's pay-for-play foreign bribery schemes when Hillary was the Secretary of State. And the Russians and the Chinese almost certainly hacked this server, and the Obama regime and the Hillary campaign were worried this hacked material was going to come out on this bribery and foreign corruption from the Clinton Foundation. So they said it was they made up the Crossfire Hurricane investigation, the Russian collusion hoax, so they can say when this came out that this was a dirty campaign trick from the Trump campaign. And you say, that sounds crazy. How could you possibly say that, Mike? Well, they did the same thing in 2020 with Hunter Biden's laptop from hell with the Biden family corruption. They had the CIA work with the 51 former intel officials to say it had all the hallmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign. They deplatformed the New York Post, America's oldest newspaper. Trump declassified the Crossfire Hurricane records via presidential memo the day before he left office. The FBI, the intel agency, said you can't release these public.
Mike, what does Jim Jordan and Mike Johnson need? You should start impeachment proceedings just on that. They authorized deadly force. They had a medic. They had a plan to triage the wounded. They had a trauma center 18 miles away and a map. This was an attempted assassination attempt on Donald John Trump or people associated with him. They wanted a gunfight. They brought they had use of deadly force authorized by the director of the FBI and Merrick Garland. They brought a medic, a combat medic. They had a triage plan for the injured, and they had a trauma center. What more do we need? Good God in heaven, what more? President Trump just truthed it out when he walks out the courtroom. What more do we need to shut this down? What is it going to take? Are we going to send a sharply worded letter, Mike Davis? Is that what? Look at what the evidence is. The judge has known this. She's pleading for help. That's what she's got this trial of Jack Smith on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of June. Sir, how can we, if we tolerate this, we're tolerating the end of this republic, sir.
Yeah, the fact that President Biden had his librarians send in assassins to go get these Crossfire Hurricane records, it shows you how damaging these are to Biden, to Obama, to Hillary, to the deep state. If these get out, it is going to destroy these the intel community and the law enforcement agencies, because they ran the biggest scandal ever with Crossfire Hurricane. They spied on a presidential candidate. They spied on the president of the United States. They lied to the FISA court. They lied to Congress. They tried to hobble the Trump presidency, and now they're trying to throw him in prison for the rest of his life based upon these 4 bogus indictments in 4 different jurisdictions. They want Trump to die in prison. They're trying to gag him because they know that if he gets back into the White House and releases these Crossfire Hurricane records, it's game over for Obama, Biden, Hillary, the FBI, the CIA, the broader law enforcement and intel community. This is the biggest scandal in American history, and that's why that is why President Trump is facing this unprecedented lawfare. This is why they sent in deadly force to go get these records.